Good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us. My name is Dr. Melinda Smith, and I am the Vice Provost of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, and the Associate Vice President, EDI at the University of Calgary. It is my honor to welcome you to the 2023 EDI Awards, which marks the middle of our 6th annual EDI week. This week is a chance for those of us at the University of Calgary and in the city and more broadly to honor our diverse community by spotlighting influential topics like minority experiences in higher education, Indigenous awareness, disability justice, and anti-racist allyship. At the University of Calgary, we pride ourselves on our commitment to inclusive excellence and to building a more equitable, inclusive, diverse, and accessible campus where all of our students, faculty, and staff can flourish because of their differences, not in spite of them. Before we begin, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the traditional territories of the people of the Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta, which includes the Blackfoot Confederacy, comprising the Siksika, the Piguni, and the Kainai First Nations, as well as the Tsuut'ina First Nation and the Stoney Nakoda, including the Chiniki, Bears Paws, and Wesley First Nation. The city of Calgary is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3. Now, I would like to take the opportunity to introduce Elder Colleen Sitting Eagle, a Siksika language instructor who has worked with the Siksika culture and heritage since 1992. We are so pleased to call Elder Colleen Sitting Eagle a U Calgary alumna, and invite her to start us off with a blessing. Elder Sitting Eagle.
I'll start with my blessing first and give a little bit of intro. Ai o apostatu ke no siskanoto ni no kapuatu iksinukinan takito umanis tau okana poti pinana musi ni texum statu pinanis o kinita piskana pian no kami dopo ikakawa musita pe porque sai puma is o kikimatu samuksi kan ice sticks o kikimatu suku swawex utskimmanuawex o kikanex tikwe Ite pe o bakawatsu spomutsius. O kikimatu kinana muksox kasat stomachs. O kakitomanis tesoka potimani kutapotsi. O kamuxes stomachs nocton poatsum we kikinapsix. O kamuxek kini nawat steaks. O kikimatu kinan. O kikanawatsum we kenik today no pokaman nukusix. Nissukusix. O kikitokanen katsmat pake kokanawatu itapi pono kutas no kennes samukinan no kaspomukinan o kimisame beta basin isuksa beta basin. I usually like to just kind of interpret or just summarize my blessing upon all of you. I've sent my blessings to all of you, your families, those that are sick, those that are in bereavement, those that have lost loved ones. Give them the strength and let them take that one step. I guess baby steps. I myself, every day, I wake up in the morning and I pray to the Creator to give me the strength to come and teach these young people that I have the honor of teaching. And it's an honor to be asked to do the blessing this morning, to step in for Dr. Crowshoe. I know Dr. Crowshoe, and it's an honor to give the blessing on his behalf too. So I would like to congratulate those that have chosen the path to help and work with one another. We talk about diversity. We all face these issues, and being a part of this group, I've learned a lot. I've shared a lot, and I tend to gain more more, I guess, more ideas, more teachings. So I raise my hands to the Creator to give you the blessings today and every day. So thank you for asking me to do the blessing. And like I said, I will be listening in and out. So thank you.
Elder Sitting Eagle, I want to thank you for your blessing, as always, for your teachings, as always, and for the generosity that you bring to the table, as always. As a sign of our gratitude, we would like to offer you this tobacco. We are all presenting from different locations, but as you know, we will make sure we get this gift to you as soon as possible. So thank you very much, and thank you for being with us always. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you University of Calgary's President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ed McCauley, who will provide greetings on behalf of the university. I'll turn the virtual floor over to Dr. McCauley.
Thank you, Dr. Smith, for starting us off in a good way. And thank you so much, Elder Sitting Eagle, for your blessing and for your words of support. So good afternoon, everybody. It is a pleasure to be with you again. And thank you to the Office of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion for organizing this ceremony and all the activities during EDI Week, one that marks the beginning of Black History Month, now in its 6th year of being officially recognized by the Government of Alberta. Coincidentally, the University of Calgary has also been named one of Canada's top diversity employers for 6 straight years, something we're very proud of, something I know many of you have worked hard to help us achieve. And it's an acknowledgement of how much progress we've made to becoming a more equitable, diverse, and inclusive community. One that began many years ago with the formally named Diversity Days, but a journey not yet finished. And as they say, much accomplished, but there is much, much more to do. And I know the lectures and workshops over the course of EDI Week will help us grow more inclusive and more equitable on campus. On behalf of every member of the university community, thank you for your thoughtful participation in these workshops, for sharing your experiences, for helping us learn more about Indigenous experiences, and for your ideas on how we can become an even more equitable place to work and to learn. I know these are not always easy discussions to have. Transparency is hard when dealing with painful memories or experiences. But events like these, including the Courageous Conversations series, are important pieces of anti-racism work, important pieces for raising EDI awareness and for broadening EDI literacy. They are the reasons why EDI Week is an important and valuable part of our year-round efforts to be more inclusive and more equitable. One of which is our participation in the Dimensions EDI pilot program. University of Calgary is one of only 17 institutions the federal government selected to pilot a multidimensional approach to embedding EDI in our research ecosystem. But it's not the only recent EDI development we've been part of. Last year, we hosted the Next Gen EDI Data Symposium to explore the significance and role of EDI data in achieving systemic change. And also last year, the University of Calgary launched the Inclusive Excellence Cluster Hiring Initiative, and it addresses the underrepresentation of equity-deserving groups, so we can respond to the broader university desire to see our faculty reflect the diversity of the student body and Calgary itself. And in 2021, the University of Calgary launched the EDI Data Hub to enable using data to create wider equity pathways. And I'm pleased to say it included our first student equity census, as well as an expanded employment equity census. We've also released an equity trends report on staff diversity, which gives us an important baseline for EDI that we can use to measure progress and success. And I would really like to thank Dr. Melinda Smith and her entire team for all their hard work and dedication in helping us take these steps forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, President Macaulay, for your inspired words and for your strong support and leadership at University of Calgary, for leading us in conversation about EDI and ensuring University of Calgary stays committed to executing significant and innovative change, not just for the university, but as you always say, for the community and for the city in which we live and work. The 2023 EDI Awards recognize and appreciates knowledge, experience, passion, dedication, and campus engagement by members of the University of Calgary community who work to promote equity, diversity, inclusion, and accessibility. We are proud to foster a culture of risk takers and innovators who are committed to exploring growth in research, teaching and learning and community engagement, and living, learning, and working well together. These accomplishments, combined with ongoing efforts to advance EDI, speak to a larger pattern of leadership that defines University of Calgary's students, faculty, postdoctoral fellows, sessionals, staff, and alumni. There are many steps to achieving equity, diversity, inclusion, and accessibility on an institutional level, and at the level of our units, faculty, departments, administrative units. From the planning stages to actively implementing social change, there are many hurdles in the forms of barriers and policies, practices, and stigma that must be overcome with courage and determination. That is why the EDI Awards recognizes and champions different paths to sustainable change. From strategic planning to ongoing action and leadership, to new tools and practices which encourage unity, University of Calgary is proud to identify the members of our community who are breaking barriers every single day, every step of the way. I will now give the floor to Dr. Macaulay, who will introduce our first award recipient.
Thank you, Dr. Smith. It's my great pleasure to announce that the winner of the 2023 EDI Award in the student category is Tan Moy Nuwas. He's in his final year as a biology student in the Faculty of Science. And during his time at University of Calgary, Tan Moy has made remarkable contributions, supporting students who are immigrants or who identify as Indigenous or persons of color. He used his own experience as a second-generation immigrant and his awareness of barriers faced by equity-deserving groups to help break those barriers down. A notable achievement in making this happen was founding the Canadian Organization for Undergraduate Health Research. It provides University of Calgary students from equity-deserving and marginalized communities, including low-income students, opportunities to participate in health research they would not have had access to otherwise. Since its founding in 2018, it's matched literally hundreds of students with researchers, as well as providing skills training on everything from scholarship applications to writing CVs. Thank you for all you've done, Tan Moy, and congratulations on being a most deserving recipient of this award.
I would like to thank the Selection Committee and the Office of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion at the University of Calgary for selecting me for this award. I am absolutely honored to be chosen and will continue to strive towards making meaningful impacts to improve the accessibility of resources in academia to equity-deserving groups. I would like to also take a moment to thank my friends, family, and advisors who have been instrumental in the EDI-focused projects that I have pursued. In particular, I would like to acknowledge Asher, William, David, and Simon 4 of my best friends, for embarking on this journey with me 5 years ago to found CORE to mitigate academic resource inaccessibility within equity-deserving populations in STEM fields. I would also like to thank Dr. Tanvir Chowdhury for taking me under his wing and being both my long-term mentor and the first to instill EDI awareness in me from the beginning of my undergraduate degree up until now, both as a researcher and as an advocate for others. Thank you.
Congratulations. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the 2023 EDI Faculty Award winner, which goes to Dr. Patrina Duhaney. Dr. Duhaney is an assistant professor in the Faculty of Social Work. Her research is informed by critical race theory and focuses on race, crime, victimization, and criminalization. Specifically, she examines Black women's experiences of intimate partner violence, IPV, and with the police. She also focuses on racialized people's experiences in academia and in the broader society.
I wish to thank the Faculty of Social Work and my colleagues for nominating me for the EDI Award and their support in reviewing and providing feedback on my proposal. I've committed my career in service work to equity and racial justice through transformational teaching pedagogies, community collaboration, and critical interdisciplinary scholarship. My teaching has been recognized by 2 Teaching Award nominations and the University of Calgary Teaching Award for Team Teaching in 2022. At the faculty level, I am leading one of a few anti-Black racism task forces across Canada to promote and foster learning and celebration of Black knowledges and experiences while addressing anti-Black racism. I have overseen the establishment of 3 scholarships, 2 undergraduate and 1 graduate, for Black students to increase their access and success at U Calgary. I'm advancing critical pedagogical approaches by facilitating the creation of 3 new courses: anti-colonial and anti-racist praxis, Afrocentric perspectives in social work, and critical race theory and praxis, 2 of which I co-developed and taught. I've extended my commitment to equity, diversity, and inclusion on the local and national levels through conferences and public talks. In 2021, I led a multifaceted institutional change initiative for the Calgary Police, a service to support the development of their anti-racism strategy to address systemic racism. I recently shared my expertise in domestic violence and criminalization at the Court of King's Bench of Alberta Education Seminar and with the National Judicial Institute to help develop a curriculum for judges on anti-Black racism in the criminal justice system. I'm humbled by God's blessings and the ongoing support of my family, colleagues, and supporters who have played a vital role in my emerging career. I send my appreciation and encouragement to Black, Indigenous, and racialized individuals who are deeply invested and often emotionally taxed doing this work. Thank you to close allies who remain steadfast in advocating for change and helping to eradicate racial injustice and various forms of oppression. I hope my leadership and contributions will inspire others to mobilize and work collaboratively to create a more equitable society.
I now turn the floor over to President McCauley, who will introduce the next recipient.
Thank you, Dr. Smith. There's a new EDI award category this year, and the winner of the postdoctoral award is Dr. Jean Kaya, a postdoctoral scholar at the Workland School of Education. Drawing on his own experiences teaching in the Republic of Congo and supervising American field experience students, Dr. Kaya's research has examined pre-service teacher education with a focus on equity, diversity, and inclusion. His research is based on scholarship in critical literacies and intercultural competencies. How do we engage young people in critical conversations? And how can we advance intercultural understanding through the linguistic and cultural diversity among pre-service teachers? Throughout Dr. Kaya's research, he's demonstrated responsiveness to student-driven initiatives, community engagement, and disseminating public knowledge. Congratulations on being named an EDI Award recipient, and thank you for your important contributions in making education more equitable.
I'm honored to be a recipient of the Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Award from the University of Calgary, and I'd like to thank the Workland School of Education, in particular, Dr. Rosura Dressler and Dr. Kim Lenters for this nomination. I also thank the Alberta African Arts and Cultural Center for a strong partnership which is making it a reality to support pre-service teachers in developing the competencies to champion equity, diversity, social justice, and inclusion of diverse students' populations and communities. A big thank you also to all pre-service teachers out there. Pre-service teachers continue to shape my thinking as we engage in critical conversations that allow us to interrogate multiple perspectives and challenge unjust social norms. Achieving and sustaining the goals of EDI are possible through educating pre-service teachers because they are in this position and they have the possibility and the responsibility to impact their future students and communities. I'm grateful to be in this position where I can work with pre-service teachers to put EDI goals into practice. Thank you.
Congratulations to Dr. Kyle. It is now my privilege to discuss the 2023 EDI Staff Award. As mentioned previously, University of Calgary is one of Canada's top diversity employers and has been so consecutively for 6 years. This can in part be attributed to the great strides we are taking to ensure the university is recognized as a leader in equity, diversity, inclusion, and accessibility. However, we cannot understate the importance of our staff in shaping University of Calgary into the kind of workplace that we want to be and that they wish to see and experience. So in 2021, we expanded our employment equity census to gather data to help us better understand our employees, who they are, and their experiences. And we continue to collect and analyze data to support how we collectively at the University of Calgary can undertake actions to ameliorate barriers for all. It is because of our bold, courageous, and sustainably minded staff that our organization continues to seek out and experience the expertise for implementing new programs, for addressing norms around respect, civility, and collegiality. This year's staff award goes to all of these courageous and determined staff who are collaborating across the coming School of Medicine, Alberta Health Services, and University of Calgary to advance equality, well-being, and to effect positive and sustainable systemic change. So many people have been part of this initiative, and we are proud of how our staff are being true change makers each and every day. So thank you to our staff. Now, it is my privilege to introduce the EDI Team Award. Our last award to today, the 2023 EDI Team Award goes to the research team from the Faculty of Clinical Psychology. The team members include Dr. Bray Ann MacArthur, Michaela Patton, and Carol and Carol Lush, and sorry, but apologies, and Carol Lushafsky. The winners of this year's Team Award have focused their efforts on studying youth mental health and actively evaluating treatment outcomes for Black, Indigenous, and people of color, and for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and two-spirit youth seeking mental health services.
Good afternoon. My name is Michaela Patton, and I'm a PhD candidate in clinical psychology. I want to thank the incredible folks over at Skipping Stone Foundation, specifically the co-founders, Lindsay Peace and Amelia Newbert, as well as the previous mental health lead, Laura Pope, for helping get this initiative off the ground. Skipping Stone is this amazing organization in Calgary that provides low barrier access to care to trans and gender diverse folks across Alberta. So our partnership was born out of a need identified by Skipping Stone to offer more options for low barrier comprehensive psychological services to their clients, and a need identified by clinical psychology students to gain more experience with diverse populations. We really hope that this partnership is the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship between Skipping Stone and our clinic that is ultimately beneficial to the trans and gender diverse community.
Hi, my name is Caroline Lushofsky, and I'm a first-year PhD student in the clinical psychology program here at the University of Calgary. I'd like to thank the Department of Psychology's EDI committee and the psychology graduate students without whom this initiative wouldn't be possible. It's thanks to their advocacy, support, and call for more specific training in EDI topics that this workshop, taught by people with lived experience, and the therapy program exist. I'd also like to thank the students, staff, and faculty who've shown commitment to the cause by attending our first workshop last May. We appreciate your dedication and support. We hope that by continuing to offer this workshop, we will ensure that our next generation of mental health care practitioners will be well equipped to provide affirming care for the transgender and gender diverse community and to share that knowledge as they go on to work across North America. Our plan is to offer this workshop again this coming fall to other University of Calgary faculties, programs, and organizations. Thank you all again for your continued support.
Hi, my name is Bria MacArthur, and I am a faculty member in the Department of Psychology and the director of the University of Calgary Psychology Clinic. First, I would like to recognize and thank these two exceptional graduate students, Michaela and Caroline, who were the driving force behind this project, and without them, the magnitude and impact of this project would not have been realized. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our gracious donors, specifically Lori Egger and Steve Lau, who have helped to support the University of Calgary Psychology Clinic. Because of their generosity, we can provide low-cost therapy services to the trans and gender diverse community. We hope this project will reduce barriers to service for trans folks and address a clear need in the community by providing more equitable and accessible trans-affirming mental health care. Lastly, thank you to the Office of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion for this honorable recognition.
Congratulations to all of today's winners. And I'd like to take this opportunity to once again thank President Macaulay for introducing and recognizing our award recipients, as he has done consistently for the past many years. Thank you so much to all the nominees who have participated in 2023 EDI Awards, and to those who have supported them. We are honored to be part of a community filled with leaders and entrepreneurial thinkers who push themselves each and every day to do better and be better. We all have a role to play in making equity, diversity, inclusion, and accessibility an integral part of our research, our teaching and learning, our student experience, and our engagement with community partners. Many more panels, workshops, and presentations are taking place throughout the rest of this week, hosted by the Office of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, as well as many offices, faculties, and schools across the campus. For more information on EDI Week 2023, please visit ucalgary.ca/equity-diversity-inclusion. There you will find the schedule for other EDI events and how to register, as well as for ongoing events around Black History Month 2023. Once again, thank you for participating in 2023 EDI Awards. Thank you to the nominators, the nominated, and the winners. And thank you for all of our teams in the Office of EDI, in the events at University of Calgary, and in communications for continuing to be supportive in advancing EDI across our campus community and the wider community. Have a pleasant rest of your day. Thank you.